Wolverine shouldn't move like Spider-Man. He shouldn't glide elegantly through combat, perform 17 flips, or land in a perfectly clean superhero pose. He should hit the screen like someone threw a fridge down a staircase. And from everything Insomniac has shown so far, that is exactly why its Wolverine looks so right. This version does not look dangerous simply because there's blood on him. He looks dangerous because every part of the visual direction communicates weight, aggression, and damage. So while you watch me create my own Wolverine illustration, I want to break down why Insomniac's versions feels more physically convincing than the usual polished superhero and what artists can learn from it. The first thing Insomniac gets right is Wolverine's physical build. He's broad, compact, and dense. He doesn't have the long, elegant proportions of a conventional superhero. His shoulders are wide, his neck is thick, and his center of gravity just feels low. Visually, he appears difficult to move. That matters because Wolverine's body should communicate the same thing as his abilities. He is built to survive impact. When he enters a fight, he does not look like someone who's planning to avoid every attack. He looks like someone who's already accepted that getting hit is just part of the process, and possibly the most enjoyable part. Insomniac describes the game as a brutal, violent, single-player adventure, and its combat footage shows Logan stalking, ambushing, and directly tearing through the cybernetic reavers rather than fighting with clean defensive precision. That is why I would not draw this version of Wolverine with an exaggerated V-shaped superhero torso. The stronger choice is mass, large shoulders, heavy arms, a head that feels partially buried inside the body. The silhouette should suggest that he is not entering the scene gracefully, he is forcing his way into it. Good character animation is not merely movement that looks impressive, it is movement that could only belong to that character. Spider-Man reacts to danger by moving around it. Wolverine reacts by moving through it. Insomniac's attacks have forward pressure, Logan closes distance aggressively, throws his body behind his claws, and often appears to continue travelling through an enemy rather than stopping politely in front of them. Even the name technique reinforces the physical language. Attacks such as Bull Rush and Tornado Spin are built around momentum, while the footage also shows him leaping between moving vehicles and fighting across the highway convoy. Now just watch how the rest of the image responds when he attacks. Enemies recoil, weapons break, bodies leave the ground, the camera reacts. The environment carries the force beyond Wolverine himself. That is one of the most important principles in action art. An impact is not created by attacking a pose alone, it is created by the reaction. You can draw the most anatomically perfect punch ever made, but if nothing around it appears affected, it has all the physical authority of someone angrily closing a cupboard. In my image, the claws provide the clearest direction of movement. They cut diagonally across the composition, leading us towards the face while extending the aggression beyond the body. Even in a static illustration, directional shapes can imply what happened immediately before the image and what is about to happen next. The next strength is the silhouette. Wolverine is one of the most recognizable head shapes in comics. The masked fins create those sharp outward points, while the shoulders and claws make the figure expand horizontally. That silhouette is important because the costume itself contains a lot. Multiple colors, armor sections, gloves, boots, panels, a belt, exposed arms, and the 6 enormous metal claws, because apparently subtlety was unavailable that day. Yet the design remains readable because the major shapes are just so clear. Insomniac has preserved Wolverine's recognizable visual DNA while adapting it into a more tactile game world. It has also confirmed several alternative suits and core designs, including the classic brown costume and unlockable crossover design based on Marvel Token's Fighting Souls. The lesson is not that every character needs large ears and metal knives coming out of their hands. The lesson is that a complicated design still needs a simple outer shape. Detail works best when the silhouette has already done the introduction. Insomniac also understands that Wolverine's healing factor should not make violence feel meaningless. It should make the violence more disturbing. Damage remains visible. His body becomes bloodied and battered. He can survive grievous injuries through his healing factor, but the game still lets us see that survival costs him. Its rage system builds through attacks, parries and kills, while Last Stand allows a badly injured Logan to push himself back into the fight. That creates a powerful contradiction. Wolverine is almost impossible to stop, but he's not impossible to hurt. Those are not the same thing. A weaker visual direction would heal every wound instantly and return him to a clean character model after each encounter. That would technically demonstrate his power, but emotionally it would remove consequence. By allowing the damage to accumulate, Insomniac turns his body into a record of the fight. That is something I wanted in my own artwork. The marks across the face and costume are not decoration added to make him look gritty, they're a narrative evidence. They tell us that his confrontation has already been violent and Logan is still moving towards us. But pure aggression would become monotonous very quickly. If Wolverine is furious in every scene, eventually the anger becomes just wallpaper. The new story trailer opens with an enraged Logan confronting Jean Grey during what Insomniac describes as an abrupt moment of vulnerability. It also introduces the Hand and positions Deathstrike as one of the major threats. That vulnerability is essential. Wolverine is visually powerful because the violence conflicts with something human underneath it. He is dangerous, but he's not emotionally empty. His body heals faster than almost anyone else's, while his past appears to be the one wound that just refuses to close. That is why the quieter expressions matter just as much as the claws. The tension in the jaw, the lowered head, the moments where the shoulders drop, the brief sense that the body has stopped fighting even though the mind hasn't. For artists, contrast creates intensity. A character does not feel more aggressive because every image is set permanently to maximum aggression. The violent becomes stronger when we have also seen restraint, exhaustion, and doubt. The new promotional artwork of Wolverine fighting the Hand demonstrates this clearly. The Hand's red clothing creates a repeated field of colour around Logan, while his yellow suit separates him as the main focal point. Red communicates danger and surrounds him with visual hostility. Yellow pushes him forward. Black shadows keep the scene from becoming a collection of equally loud colours. Insomniac has confirmed that the Hand shares a history of Logan, and that will be explored through the story, alongside enemies including the Reavers, Trask, Deathstrike, and a teased appearance of Sabretooth. Each enemy also offers a different visual challenge. The Reavers contrast Logan's flesh and instinct against machinery, the Hand create a swarming repetition around one dominant figure, and Sabretooth can match Wolverine's animal aggression at a larger scale. Good enemy design does not merely give the hero somebody else to hit, it reveals what makes the hero distinctive by placing an opposing visual idea beside them. Now, as I finish this piece, almost every decision returns to the same three ideas: weight, damage, and forward movement. A broad body makes him feel dense. The claws direct the composition, the scratches and blood make the conflict visible, and the closer he moves towards the viewer, the less safe the frame feels. That is why Insomniac's Wolverine looks so brutal, not because the developers simply added more gore, because the proportions, animation, costume, camera, and environmental reactions all agree on what Wolverine is. He's not graceful, he's not clean, he's not fighting to look impressive. He is a compact, furious weapon that just keeps moving after any reasonable person would have remained on the floor. And from everything shown so far, Insomniac understands that perfectly. But let me know what you think of Insomniac's version, and which Wolverine design is still your definitive favourite. If you enjoy professional breakdowns of comic art, character design, movie posters and visual storytelling, please subscribe to the channel. And if you are an artist trying to improve your portfolio, position your work and build a more professional creative career, I cover pricing, clients and creative income in my book, The Profitable Artist. And the link to that is in the description below. And as always, thank you for watching.